This is why collectors love Longines. They offer solid watches with sharp presence and good details, nice fit and finish, and excellent movements. They really offer quite a bit for what I would say not break the bank type of pricing. You feel like you're getting a luxury watch, but you're getting it at the right price. So you feel like you're getting some value for your hard-earned money. And that's why I think watch collectors love Longines. It's watches like this Spirit Zulu Time GMT. This hits a lot of those check boxes. And in this video, I'm going to talk about what this does well, what this does not do well, and compare it to other watches in the market that this would compete against, just to illustrate that value for money. Now, if you love Longines, tell me why. Do you agree with me? Do you think I'm a little bit off base? And share your favorite Longines model in the comments section. Now, thanks to Exquisite Timepieces for lending in this watch for a review. Exquisite is my recommended Longines AD. They have a huge selection of Longines in addition to 59 other brands. So if you're shopping for a new watch, they're a great place to look at. I've linked their store below and recommend them. Now, let's talk about this Spirit Zulu Time GMT. I love the fact that this is a chronometer certified watch and it has a true GMT or a traveler style GMT complication, which, just speaking for myself, I far prefer to a collar style GMT or a dual time GMT as the term would be. I think they're just not on the same plane, and the traveler or the true GMT is more enticing. I like this excellent versatility. I like this wrist presence. I like the nice materials like a ceramic bezel, an AR-coated sapphire crystal. I like the dial details like the applied markers, the applied badging, the color, the texture. I like the fact that this is offered by Longines in two different size options. So it's in 39 millimeters, which I think a lot of watch collectors will like, and it's offered in 42, which is the version that I have in front of the camera today. And there are, really only 2 points that watch collectors always argue about, and that's what's the proper size and the proper price. And this watch, the fact that Longines is offering it, same movement, same details, same bracelet in 39 and 42 is showing that they care about all the consumer base and they want to provide an option for both sides of the sizing fence. Pricing we'll talk about here in a minute. But this watch also has a quick release bracelet, which I think is just a good thing. You can easily take it off, put it on leather, put it on other strap options, which I think collectors will definitely want to do because the watch is versatile and this will look good on other strap options. Now, here's the biggest knock about this watch. It does not have a sliding quick adjustment clasp, which I think it really should. That's something that a lot of watch collectors highly value. They want the toolless quick adjustment. So some won't even buy a new watch without it. And unfortunately, this does not have the toolless system. Yes, you have micro adjustment positions, but you have a minor inconvenience of needing a tool to make those positional changes. So I just wanted to mention that can be a deal breaker for some. Now, what watches does this Spirit Zulu Time compete against? I've considered that over the past week, and really 2 brands stand out. They come to my mind, and I think they are leaders in the entry-level luxury segment. And each of them offer a traveler or a true style GMT, which, if you're unfamiliar, that just simply means you can adjust the hour hand forward or backward, independent of hacking the balance and stopping the timekeeping, interrupting the timekeeping. So you can do this on the fly. It takes a couple seconds. You can adjust the time for a different time zone or for daylight savings, or a few seconds longer. You can adjust the date at the end of an irregular month. I just find it such a practical complication. In fact, if I had to choose one complication as my favorite, it would be a Traveler or True Style GMT. Now, the 2 brands that came to mind are Tudor and Longines. Again, I think they're the leaders. Looking at Tudor, they offer the Tudor Black Bay GMT, which I personally prefer. I love the styling, I love the quality, I love the design, the movement, but it's also a nearly $4,700 watch on the bracelet. And that's about a $1,400 difference just considering retail pricing and not taking into account any discounts that you can usually get with Longines. Tudor doesn't discount, but you can definitely find them with Longines, and that only strengthens the price difference, the value found in a Longines. Now, going to the Longines side of things, they offer a very compelling watch called the Hydro Conquest GMT. That one is similar in the fact that it has a ceramic bezel. That one has actually a sliding quick adjustment clasp, which is a huge deal. That's a nice thing. The retail price on the Hydro Conquest GMT is $3,100, which is $200 less than this Spirit Zulu Time. And I wonder if that price difference is just a chronometer certification, because the Hydro Conquest GMT, it does not boast about being COSC certified like this Spirit Zulu Time does. So design-wise, I prefer the Hydro Conquest a little bit more, but there's no denying that this Zulu is fantastic value. Going back to Tudor, there is a smaller option that would compete more with the 39mm size of this Longines, and that would be the Tudor Black Bay Pro or the Black Bay 58 GMT. Both are awesome, but both also come at a large premium. The Tudor Black Bay Pro is $45.25 on the bracelet, and the 58 GMT is the most expensive watch that we've talked about today in this video at $4,900. So again, a big price bump just to go up to the Tudor brand and a couple other small changes. So for myself, if I'm comfortable spending more, I'm probably going to save a little bit more and go with the Tudor. If I have a hard budget cap, I'm definitely going Longines. I don't see another brand that's really competing with Longines at this lower price. The fact that Longines is competing with Tudor is just illustrating the value that they bring to the table. So I'm going with a Longines. I like the Hydro Conquest a little bit more than this Spirit Zulu Time. But if I need a sub 40mm option, this Zulu Time is the only, it's the only real option in the Longines catalog in stainless steel. So the Hydro Conquest is 43 or 41, and that can be a little bit too large for some watch collectors. But all things considered, I think this is a very sharp sport watch, and I love a good Traveler GMT. That's very important to me. Again, this is one of the top options at the entry-level luxury price, and I've heard some watch collectors say, just buy a Miyota 9075 True GMT in a micro brand and spend less than $1,000. And I certainly have nothing against doing that. But they're not very comparable tiers of the market. I look at this luxury Longines and I see the history, I see the quality, I see the presence and the fit and the finish and the serviceability and whatnot. And I just think it's in a different league than a micro brand. So some watch collectors may prefer saving some money and getting the complication at a lower price, and others will love what Longines brings to the table. Like I opened this video with, this watch is an example of why Longines is popular, why it's gaining market share. It's great releases like this that really, in my opinion, stand head and shoulders above some of that micro brand competition. But let me know what you think about that. Let me know if I'm off base. Let me know what you think of this Spirit Zulu Time GMT. Is Tudor the leader? Is Longines the leader in this part of the market? Will that always be the case? Sound off below. Thanks for watching today. I'll see you in the next one.